I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about this matrix that we live in. I was sharing with him the story about this chap who was what we call a sovereign. He was just a very simple man, very lovely man. He had no birth certificate. He grows his own food. He lives off the land. He's not part of this matrix. He's completely in a sovereign state of beingness. There was a few things that popped up for me when I was listening to that. And one of them was there was just this wish in me to just head for the hills and live in the beautiful acreage somewhere and grow my own food and just get out of this craziness. But the other thing that came up for me was the fear of unplugging from this matrix, this institutionalized collective agreement that we have. When you think about this construct that we're in called the government, for instance, the government's just an agreement, or the justice system even. It's an agreement. Institutions are agreements, governments are agreements, this whole social structure is an agreement. It's a whole bunch of individuals that have collectively gotten together and said, yeah, we're going to play this game. It's nothing different to what we may have experienced in the playground at school. There's a bunch of kids out in the playground that say, this part of the playground is ours and you're not allowed to play here and you've got to do this task to actually even be allowed to be part of our group. It's nothing different to that. We're the ones that give it power. We're the ones that keep lending to it. We're so indoctrinated into this industrialized society. We get told the structure is sit, be still, obey, do what I say. Society has created this thing that we call security. Whenever we're looking for security, we're basically creating a prison for ourselves at the same time. And then I think this system doesn't defend or protect me. And is it really as safe as what we think it is? Our illusion that it gives us safety is just an illusion. And yet, I enjoy some of these social constructs as well. When I meditate on why I don't feel sovereign, where I feel I get myself trapped in this world, it will often be fear of survival, fear of not having enough money, just that physical survival stuff. Once you work through the basic fears, you're free to a large extent. You can raise up out of those areas where you're just worried about your body and survival and you're basically surviving, you're not thriving. Breaking free from the material world is understanding that one, we are sovereign, and two, we're powerful. So when we understand that we're powerful, we can command the material world. We're no longer commanded by it. There is nothing outside of you that is more powerful than you. So when we look at these structures, these systems that we have built that are just agreements that we agree to, be aware of what game you're choosing to play.